It was pretty surreal. That's somebody who I've looked up to and has been my favorite player since I was really, really young. So for him to come out and support us, support women's basketball, I have his daughter there, get to meet him. He's been like a big brother figure for me, and to finally meet him in person, it was a great moment.
Isaac, go ahead.
Paige, you talked about the support for women's basketball. Obviously, sold out game tonight, 20,000 people in the stands. What does a game like this at an arena like this mean for the Dallas Wings and for you personally?
Yeah, it just makes you excited for the future and what it can continue to look like if we keep investing in women's sports, keep letting us play in platforms like this, arenas like this. There was a great turnout, a great environment. And it just makes you excited as an individual and as a team to continue to keep representing Dallas. And so, yeah, just excited for the movement.
Maya, go ahead.
You guys came back after being down up to 20 points early. I mean, what does that say about just this team?
That we have a lot of fight, but obviously it's hard in this league to come back because every team's really good. So getting in the hole like that is tough, but we definitely showed fight, but we can't start off like that in the first.
Paige, 4 of your 6 20-plus point games have come in the last 5 games. What's been behind your recent scoring surge?
I think just being aggressive, looking to create my own shot, which also helps me create for others. But reading what the game needs from me on that given night, and for this team, what this team needs me to be, which is I feel like is aggressive on offense. And then my teammates doing a great job of getting me the ball, screening, coach drawing up plays for me, and giving me the opportunity to do that.
Hi, Paige. That half-court, or not half-court, that halftime right before that buzzer beater shot, was that the hope, was that the spark, was that the momentum that you feel like you and your teammates needed to go into that second half to get those to get the lead over Indiana a couple times there?
I think for the most part, a lot of our effort in the second quarter on doing our very slow start to cut it to 13 after we were down 23. That was just huge. We wanted to get it to as close as to 10 as possible. And then I think really the spark was that third quarter defensively, us locking in and really paying attention to the details of the scout and making things as difficult as possible for them.
Paige, you talked about Kyrie being your favorite player, and his game compared to yours, the dribbling, the ball handling, shiftiness, the mid-range game. How did you decide that that was the right style for you when you were developing your game?
I want to be as unguardable as possible, and I feel like Kyrie's probably one of the most unguardable people to ever play the game. So that starts with scoring at all 3 levels. So adapting the mid-range game was super essential for me in my game, and also being able to get to the rim, shooting from behind the 3-point line. So I guess just looking to be a 3-level scorer.
Enrique, this will be, you guys have a back-to-back. You obviously have another game tomorrow with no travel. You expend a lot of energy making that comeback. How do you kind of refocus, get your body right, and get ready to turn it around and play less than 24 hours later?
Yeah, just recovery, what we always do after games, try to get some rest, a little bit extended rest for tomorrow, but, it's professional basketball, so we got to get locked in and ready for tomorrow.
I have 2 questions, one for Enrique, one for Paige. For Enrique, for you being your whole career, when you first started here in Dallas to be on this big stage, how much did it mean for you personally? Did you ever vision playing a big game at the Airline Center like this when you first got here, like your rookie year?
I didn't really think about what to come in the future. I was just happy to be a pro, happy to play basketball. But the growth that I've seen in these last 6 years with women's basketball in general is just growing, and it's amazing to play in this environment, play in front of all these fans, and hopefully this continues.
And for Paige, does it seem like every time you touch the court, the game's slowing down? Is that why you're getting more aggressive and starting to kind of look the way you did at UConn?
I think every single game, from game to game, I'm learning, trying to grow, get better, especially with my reads offensively, specifically ball screen reads, how I can counter top blocks and aggressive defenders, and how I can just be efficient in my movements and my cuts and offensively. So I think it just comes with film and putting in work in that area.
Okay.
This is both for Paige and Enrique. What have the two of you learned about each other in your first year together in terms of how to play off each other rhythm-wise? What do you two learn about each other? That's for both of you.
The recurse.
Yeah, I think we're still growing. You know, we're figuring out each other's tendencies, but obviously there's 3 other people on the court, not just us. So, you know, being able to play with all 5 of us, the starters, you know, the bench, just being able to build that chemistry, you know, that you can see that a lot in teams that have been together for a lot of years. So obviously we've only been together for a couple months, but it's going to keep growing, and, you know, I'm excited about that.
Same with Paige.
Yeah, just getting to know where she likes the ball, which side of the floor, which way she likes to come off screens. Getting her in more actions, getting her more looks, more touches is something that I'm still trying to get better at. As a point guard on the floor, it's my job to do that. So, like she said, just we're still learning, we're growing, we're getting better together as a duo, but also as a team. But I think the most important thing is that we both just want to win. So whatever that looks like on any given night, it might be different.
Last one right here.
For the players, when we talked to Coach this afternoon, he was you know, made the point that whether Caitlin Clark played or not, there were a lot of star guards on this team that you were playing. Just your impressions of the game that Kelsey Mitchell had tonight and what difference that made.
Paige.
Yeah, it's like they definitely have like 2 different styles of play. But in both, Kelsey Mitchell's obviously great at off-ball moving, coming off double screens, single screens, pin downs, zoom actions. Just she's really aggressive, and they look to play through her more tonight. Obviously with Caitlin out, but they have great pieces up and throughout the whole roster. So, and they shot extremely well from the floor, and obviously a part of that is defensively, us trying to make things tougher for them, which I think we did a better job in the second half. But they're a complete team.
Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.